came into the stars we rise.
Welcome back, Starseeds. This is Astrology Aesthetic, the space where you claim your power, align with your purpose, and remember who you really are. I'm Kiki, and together we'll work with the stars to awaken your highest timeline. And guess who?
It's me again.
It's Clay. So, we went through the planets last time.
Yes, expanded in detail what each one is associated with.
Yeah, so if your birth chart is a cookbook, the planets are the ingredients, and today we're talking about the houses, which are the courses.
The main courses.
So let's dive right in.
Yeah.
Okay, the first house is what we call the appetizer. Okay, so in astrology, the first house covers identity, first impressions, appearance, and the energy you project. So this house shows how others perceive you instantly. It's how you come off to others. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
You guys, we have a guest appearance. We've got Peaches
Welcome,
here.
Peaches.
Hi, sweet girl. She is the most precious cat. Well, I've got a lot of precious cats in my life, but she's one of the first I have in my orbit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got so many now.
I know. I'm so lucky. Everyone in my life has cats. So, back to the first
Back
house.
to the first house. First of 12.
Her name is Peaches. And she loves the first house, apparently.
She's
So,
a little appetizer.
so oh my gosh, I'm literally turning this whole episode into
Peaches.
into Peaches. High key love that though. So back to the first house, recapping. This house is how others perceive you, and it's governing things as well as like your personal style. It's your physical presence. It's the vibe you radiate in new situations. So honestly, Peaches is giving some big fire sign energy, some very charismatic
Main
business
character
here.
energy.
Main character energy for sure. So thank you for the example, Peachy girl. So the food analogy we used was chips and salsa, right? It's a bold up front. It grabs your attention. So, we kind of get the gist of what we're getting if we go to a restaurant and they just serve you chips and salsa.
Yeah, it's the first thing you get, your first impression, first appearance.
Yeah. Yep. So an important thing to know about the first house as well is that is where in astrology of the big three, so last episode we mentioned the sun and the moon are two of your big three, which I don't know that we've broken down what the big three is yet.
I don't think so.
Okay, so the big three in astrology are, big core traits. It's kind of my favorite icebreaker. When I meet new people, I'm like, oh, you know a little bit about astrology. What are your big three? Because what the big three tells someone is your sun sign, which is, again, that's your core personality, your moon sign, how you process things emotionally, and your rising sign, the energy you come off to the other person as. Okay, so the big three in astrology is just a really good way of understanding, like, okay, here's the gist of the person, right? So in the first house, that is where you get your rising sign.
Okay.
Also referred to as your ascendant.
Okay.
So
the rising, ascendant, those are interchangeable.
Yep, just like zodiac and sign is used interchangeably, ascendant and rising are used interchangeably. Yeah.
And your first house is always going to be your rising sign,
Yes,
ascendant sign.
always. So, and that's the logo. You have the big three, the sun, moon, and rising sign.
Oh, okay.
See what I did there?
Yeah, you were clever.
Thank you so much. So the biggest thing to also know is that the rising sign was determined by the time you were born.
Okay.
So that's why you need it to get the most accurate birth chart, because it's like, it's where the sun was rising. So the sun moves about every 2 hours between zodiacs each day.
Okay.
And So that's why it's important. You need like the exact time.
Because 2 hours off would mean
Yeah.
your rising sign is actually a different
Right.
zodiac. Wow. Okay.
Makes sense.
This is helping tie it together.
Perfect. I love to hear that. It's working. Okay, so any questions about the rising sign or ascendant or first house?
I think that's
Okay.
all I've got
Perfect.
for a minute.
We love that. So next up, we've got the second house. So we referred to this as the side dish. So the second house itself covers values, possessions, finances, and self-worth. So, the reason it's the side dish, it highlights what nourishes you. It's what you value most. Like if you're ever at a restaurant and you've got an option of side dishes, you have your core like side dish. Say it's Texas Roadhouse and you can pick 2.
The mac and cheese,
Yeah,
probably.
mac
Is
and
that a side
cheese
dish?
and salad every time, or what? Right? Like
Yeah.
you have the one that you choose every time. So it's what you value. It's how you cultivate stability and security. So, any questions on that?
No, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Second house, values.
Yeah. So for starseeds, this shows you what you need to feel supported on your soul's path. And then actually going back to the first house,
Okay.
for starseeds, what that represents is how you present your authentic self to the world, even in subtle ways. So first house can be your authenticity, and your second house is what you need to feel supported.
Okay.
Okay. Third house is the hors d'oeuvre. So I love the third house. It covers communication, learning, siblings. Shout out to my Pisces sister. And immediate environment. So it also governs how you process and share information, your curiosity, and your connection with neighbors and community. Isn't that cute?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so food-wise, this is like finger foods, hors d'oeuvres, right? That you're getting a variety of stuff. You're getting the stuffed mushrooms. You're getting, I don't know, mini quiches, and I'm thinking of hors d'oeuvres now. Shrimp cocktail, and you're just getting a whole bunch of stuff. So for the starseed insight aspect of it, this is how you engage with your immediate surroundings and express your mind. You cannot tell me every single person loves stuffed mushrooms.
No.
And they're usually going to let you know.
Yeah.
Those are
I
disgusting.
love them, and plenty of people
Right?
let me know.
Right. So that's the hors d'oeuvres of the third house.
Interesting. Okay.
Fourth house. This is the home cooked dish. So this covers your home, family, roots, and emotional foundation. More of this reveals like your sense of belonging, family dynamics, and how you nurture yourself and others. So food-wise, think grandma's shepherd's pie. This is a deeply, deeply like personal dish and comfort food.
Comfort and personal.
Right?
Okay.
So for starseeds, this house, the fourth house, is where you feel grounded and safe. It's your emotional sanctuary.
Okay. These are all so interesting. Like, can't wait to look at the chart and figure out
Yeah.
how this actually applies to...
Right, because we all have all 12 houses. We all have all the planets. We all have all the energy of the zodiacs. So it's really important to understand even just the basics of, okay, like this is my house of family, this is my house of self, whatever one feels called to you, just kind of keep tuning in. If your interest has peaked with one of those first 4, great. If not, we're moving on to the next section already. Yeah. So 5th house is in our birth chart cookbook, dessert. I love dessert.
Who doesn't?
Can't get enough, but this covers, in astrology, it covers creativity, romance, hobbies, self-expression, play, inner child. Like this is...
It's a fun house.
Yes, it is. It literally is so fun. This shows you where you find joy, how you express your house or your heart in this house, and how you play in life. So,
Okay.
think cake or cookies or any desserts. People, I feel like, are so expressive and creative when it comes to dessert. Not that you can't be in other dishes,
Yeah.
but I feel like people are more willing to, like you and I could
Makes-
be assigned to bake a confetti birthday cake.
Right.
You could bring it in a rectangle. I could bring a 3-tier
I
round
would
cake.
Yours would be much more beautiful than mine.
No, but it's just the fact that it's like it's gonna show up different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for starseeds, this is the part of your life that your soul celebrates freedom, pleasure, and creativity. I love the 5th house. It's great. Next up, we've got the 6th house, which is meal prep. And I know based on that, you can already guess where this is going.
Yeah.
Work, health, routines, service, and daily responsibility. So this house is really important. I mean, they're all really important, but this one, understanding this, you can unlock your wellness routine.
Your wellness routine.
Yeah, so because it governs your habits, your wellness practices, and your approach to productivity.
Okay.
Okay?
That's cool.
So the food analogy, think if we're meal prepping, this is something like quinoa, chicken, and broccoli. Like, it's structured, it's practical, it's nourishing. There's literally nothing fancy about that, but you get the bang for your buck.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So for starseeds, this is how you care for yourself while you're serving others, and the disciplined energy you show for your growth. Next up, also one of my favorites, the 7th house, which is the shared platter. So this covers partnerships, marriages, close one-on-one relationships, and contracts.
Okay.
Yeah. This one also reveals your approach to cooperation, compromise, and connection, which I love. No surprise that I'm like, I love the house of communication and the house of compromise and connection. That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, we all want partnerships.
Yeah, for sure.
Close relationships. Like, I'm not surprised you're interested in this house.
I love that. And we can dive into more of that later. But the food analogy for this one is a charcuterie board, right? Like a shared platter, charcuterie board. It's something that you're meant to share. And it's not just about romantic partnerships. It's about, close one-on-one friendships. It's the close people in your orbit. Okay? So for starseeds, this is how you attract and nurture meaningful partnerships. Also very important to know.
Yeah.
You can't really build healthy relationships if you don't really understand how you're
How to
approaching one.
connect. Yeah. Oh, that's so huge.
Yeah. So what's also cool about this is we talked about the first sign, or the first house being your ascendant sign. The 7th house is where your descendant sign falls.
Okay.
So that's where the sun was setting.
So the opposite side of the wheel.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So think if the first house is the house of self and how I come off to someone, the 7th house is the type of energy or partnerships or people I would prefer to attract in my life.
It's so very similar, but the opposite
Yes.
sides of it.
Yes, the literal yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. So that's the 7th house.
The descendant house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next up we have the 8th house, slow cooked dish. Okay. So the 8th house in astrology covers intimacy, shared resources, transformation, deep emotional bonds. This is like the house of joint finances. It's emotional merging, it's personal transformation, and it's power dynamics. It's an intense house.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Intense.
going on. But the food analogy of this, what do you think it would be?
For the 8th house?
Yeah. Like a slow cooked dish.
Like, what's a good...
Like, how would you cook something for a long period of time?
Oh, like a crock pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it can take time, and it's deeply transformative. You put raw chicken in there in the morning and you have soup by the evening, right?
Yeah, it's very well steeped.
Yes, nice word. Nice word use. So for star seeds, where you confront fears, experience profound change, and evolve spiritually, this is that house you're going to look at. How are we doing? Are we
I
still
love-
breathing?
Yeah, I love that we're tying it back to like how to look at it as a star seed. Like
Yeah.
what it's informing you from that perspective too.
Right, because again, if you're trying to eat the elephant all at once, there's just no doing it.
Yeah.
So pick
could
what you're
try.
feeling called. You could definitely try, but pick what you're feeling called to. Okay.
I love that.
Next up, we have the ninth house, which is, in this analogy, international cuisine. So this covers philosophy, higher learning, travel, spirituality, belief systems, your worldview, spiritual growth, education, and cultural exploration. So that's a lot right there. But think, international cuisine, like what is some international cuisine you can think of?
Like good international food, like some good Thai food or
Yeah. Pizza.
pizzas.
Pizza works
also.
great for our birth chart analogy.
Yes,
Kinda.
much better.
So, yeah, pad thai is always good. Anyway, there's depth to this. This is where you're expanding that knowledge, whether through travel, whether through spiritual reflection, whether through higher education, like, in many forms, not just colleges or universities, but like long-term trainings or whatever that looks like. That's the deep rooted stuff, not a quick.
Yeah, I like that it's got philosophy in there as well, and like belief systems.
Yeah,
Very tied together.
it's a layered one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have the 10th house, which this is your signature dish in your birth chart cookbook. So this one's going to be very specific to you. So this one governs career, public image, reputation, life direction. So this shows your ambition, your leadership style, and the mark you leave on the world. It's like kind of a big deal. That's like a tall order.
Yeah. It's good. The signature dish, what everyone's going to know you for.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
Is it at Hell's Kitchen? Gordon Ramsay? I think so. Chef Ramsay.
I think so, yeah.
He's really well known for like the beef Wellington, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that, if you know anything about cooking, you know that that's a really ambitious and impressive dish to make. So if you don't know what that is, it's literally like a beef tenderloin with a puff pastry cooked around it. So it's hard to get the tenderness
realize that. Yeah.
of the beef and the like flakiness of the pastry
crust or
around.
pastry,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an ambitious thing. So the 10th house, that's your career, that's your public image.
Okay, what people think of you or what you're known for.
Yep. So for star seeds, this is your life's mission and how your soul expresses itself publicly.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. And I wish it was as simple as like looking up your birth chart and seeing, say you have Virgo in the 10th house with Mars. I wish it was as simple as like, that means you're going to be, I don't know, we'll just say a dentist. I can't think about it right now. It's not that simple. Astrology is a life cheat code. It's meant to guide you and inspire you. It's not going to spell it out for you.
So basically, like back this up a little, like you just gave an example of a planet and a sign or zodiac being in one house. So this house we're talking about is the public image, career, etc.
Right.
So whatever, like last episode we talked about planet might be in that house, whatever characteristics that planet has is going to influence your career or what it might be like, or the energies of the work style or tasks you're doing need to be aligned with that for you to be
I'm like leaning so far
this
in the
might
mic.
be diving down a specific example,
No,
but I just wanted to make sure I'm understanding.
But you're absolutely correlating it well, and this is why we're doing it this way, is because it's like you have to understand the energy of the planets and then the concept of the houses. And the reason we're doing zodiacs last is because there's so much more to go into about zodiacs. We're saving those to keep building on. Okay. So with that said, hang in there on the zodiac pieces because we'll get there, but it's important to understand these first two concepts before we dive into that. But yeah, you're absolutely getting it. It's like a trifle, one might say. You're layering it. The food analogies are crazy. Okay, where are we?
I think we're on the 11th house.
Yep, I feel like you're right.
Right?
Yes. Okay, so the 11th house is a potluck. So this covers friendships, social networks, collective goals, innovations. So it governs your social circles, group activities, and long-term visions. So
Interesting. Okay.
think about a potluck. I mean, I would assume everyone knows what a potluck is, but for those who don't, it's like, hey, come over to my barbecue. We're doing a potluck. Invite your friends. Tell them it's potluck style.
Bring a random dish.
You bring whatever
something
your
good at
heart
cooking,
desires.
Whatever.
Pasta
At the grocery
dish,
store.
brownie platter from the grocery store. Sure, someone's probably gonna cook hot dogs, meats and cheese, like just shareable foods in large format for network
That makes
format,
sense.
right?
Especially where it's social networks.
Yes.
/ friends.
Right?
Collective goals.
See what we did there? So for
Great. Great analogy.
listen, we leave no stone unturned for you guys as star seeds because we care. So, and we're making it fun.
Yes.
It is fun, right? It's not as overwhelming this way.
Yeah. It's another thing to relate to.
Yeah.
Or to try to, get it
like,
all
oh,
straight.
Okay.
Or at least remember a few that
Yeah.
are calling to you.
And
you
again,
know?
this is not about memorizing everything. And again, if you're like, what was the 11th house? I still Google. I Googled it this morning. I'm like, what was the 8th house again? It's not about memorizing. It's just about tuning into that energy and knowing that there's a variety of it out there. So for starseeds, the 11th house is how you contribute to communities and co-create with like-minded souls. So I'm really excited as we continue to grow our astrology aesthetic network and community to see where everyone's 11th house is and how they show up.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I'm like...
It's how you're working with other like-minded souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Can't wait. So, last but not least, we have the 12th house, which is the secret recipe. So, this covers the subconscious, spirituality, privacy, hidden talents, and endings, which no accident that it represents endings because it's the last piece of the houses. The last one.
Last one.
So yeah, this also, to no surprise, because it's the subconscious, right? It governs dreams, intuition, karmic patterns, and spiritual integration. So food analogy wise, we went with like a hidden or off the menu item. So easy example, In-N-Out. They have a hidden menu.
Yeah.
And that's actually where all the really good stuff is.
Yeah.
What is there? Like animal style? I don't know if you ever had animal
Yes.
style.
They're not my favorite. But
Oh,
yes.
okay. We're going to have to take this off the podcast,
We
but
might.
take it outside of that. But the point is there's more stuff added, right? They grill onions, they add more sauce, they do more stuff to it behind the scenes, and they don't announce that. So this is a very like deeply personal and private house. It's not really one that's meant to be announced. Because if you look at it too as the wheel, it starts with the first house, but goes in order, second, third, fourth. But if you go backwards, it's the more private, personal house, whereas the first house is the house you're being seen and presented. Backwards, it's the house you're being more introverted, internal shadow work. Yeah, 12th house shadow work, first house light work.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. So that's how we kind of tied all of that in for the houses. So, any questions, thoughts, feelings?
There's so much to think about, but yeah, I think I understand a lot more all of a sudden in this episode
Yeah.
because seeing how, like, just knowing what one house is and what planet or sign is in there.
Yeah.
Like, I can already see now how much where you could go with that.
Yeah.
And it's cool to hear the starseed angle of it too. And especially if you feel called or feel like you are one,
Yeah.
that's some great.
We're really going to get cooking now. I couldn't help myself. You know what else, though, is really cool? So for starseeds with the 12th house, because I forgot to mention it, this is where your inner life and your spiritual growth and specifically your soul level self-reflection thrives. So if you really are in this, say you're in the deconstruction phase of your starseed journey, okay, checking out what is going on in the 12th house can really unlock like the approach you can be taking to facilitate this transition.
That's helpful. That's a powerful tool. Like,
Yeah.
I love this.
Can you get why I feel like astrology is so cool? And you get what I mean by its life's cheat codes.
Yeah, like it gives you additional insight into how to think about something.
Yeah.
That's actually going to align with your energies.
Right.
And result in a better outcome.
And the point of life is to learn, right? Like, so we get to, it almost is trial and error. It almost is like, okay, like, here's some broad options for this energy in the 12th house. I'm going to start with this one. I think I used a journaling example before. Some starseeds will absolutely thrive when they pick up that pen and start journaling. Others, however, will begin to thrive when they get their feet on the grass and learn how to ground their energy. So you kind of pick up how this is like, we're here to learn, we're here to experience it, we're here to step into it. We're not here to see the spoiler of the end of the movie.
Yeah. And like importantly too, a few episodes ago when we were talking about Hellenistic versus like modern astrology.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fortune telling here. It's not predicting what's going to happen, but it's aligning yourself with energies to see what does happen.
And why can you do that?
Because we can read a chart.
Yes. And because, what am I having you repeat after every episode? I am my
power sent from the stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So say it like you remembered it.
I am my power sent from the stars.
Because you literally are. Because all of this energy is married and melded together to mix this most perfect. It's your cookbook. It's your energy. You are choosing to empower yourself by learning these tools, right?
No, I think that saying finally just clicked for me because, like when you're born, whatever was in those positions, whatever energies were there present in those spots when you came into the world, like
that's powerful.
And understanding that, that is so powerful.
I have chills. I love that you got it because I felt that. I'm like, he finally gets it.
I
I didn't want to spoil it,
Drug me along this
Oh man, I waited 5 episodes to get here. Oh, glad we didn't light that candle.
Yeah.
So for a little wearable magic, we've got clothes and gear that channel your zodiac energy. As always, links in bio for merch. And we do have another link that can give you a birth chart and show you like the details of all of this stuff we've been talking about in specific signs. So more on that, but join us next time for our final episode on the mini series for the cookbook analogy, when we're going to be hitting the flavor profiles, which we finally dive into the zodiac signs.
I'm excited.
Okay. As always, I am my power sent from the stars. Continue to repeat that, and we'll see you next time.